There are moments in life that do not knock. They don't arrive with a fanfare, nor with visible signs. They come in silence, disguised as stillness, only noticed by those whose souls are weary of seeking doors that never opened. Today, that silence holds something sacred, a cosmic whisper. A rare key that isn't handed to the loud or the desperate, but to the prepared. Not the ones who beg endlessly, but those who have been shaped by the waiting, carved by the ache of longing, and finally tuned to receive without resistance. This key doesn't belong to time or logic, it belongs to destiny. And if you're listening to these words now, it's because destiny has decided to answer in your direction. Jeudiel, the Archangel of Reward, is not summoned by the nose of need, but by the vibration of readiness. He doesn't appear to every voice, but to the soul that has ripened through hardship and matured in silence. This prayer you're about to hear is not just a sequence of words. It's an activation, a spiritual code designed not to be repeated endlessly, but to function precisely once at the exact moment your spirit is aligned, your heart open, and the heavens attentive. If these words have found you, it is not by accident. You have reached the threshold where destiny and willpower converge. From the moment this prayer crossed my path, something inside me paused. It wasn't dramatic, it was subtle, but it shook me, as if time folded in on itself for a fraction of a second. As if the universe blinked, a tremor, quiet but undeniable. My soul recognized something ancient, like it had waited for this exact combination of sounds all its life. This isn't a mantra to repeat daily, it's not a generic petition to the heavens. It is singular, it is sacred, it is rare. The kind of utterance that changes everything, not through repetition, but through timing, and that timing is now. Jeudiel, bearer of the crown of merit, companion of those entrusted with unrepeatable blessings, you know the hour when a soul is truly ready to leap. I come to you stripped of excuses, of hesitation, of pretense. Because this is not a casual prayer, this is the turning point. If what I speak now has the power to move the eternal, then let this be the moment. Let it fall upon me like a divine strike, precise, undeniable, irreversible. Not because I have earned it through perfection, but because my journey has refined me into readiness. I don't come begging for magic, I come recognizing that this is my alignment. This is not desperation, this is recognition. This is not a habit, it's the result of years of spiritual unfolding. I didn't know what I was waiting for, but now I do. This prayer was written with me in mind. My name was woven into its syllables before I even took my first breath. And you, Jeudiel, were already waiting at the intersection between my inner voice and your divine orchestration. I do not stumble here, I arrive. And now that I'm here, I will not hesitate. I open every locked part of my being. My fears, my failures, my frustrations, I lay them at your feet. I hand over the debts I've carried, the disappointments I've buried, the desires I dared not speak. I hold nothing back. Because I know that when the spiritual gears begin to turn in your hands, what once seemed immovable begins to shift. Invisible levers are pulled, events realign. What once blocked the flow begins to melt away. The walls collapse, not by force, but by divine timing. And through it all, something new begins to rise, not just wealth, but abundance. Not just money, but meaning. Not just survival, but purpose. Let this happen not in whispers, but in undeniable force. Let what comes next erase every trace of what came before. Let there be such a shift in my reality that the before and after look nothing alike. Do it in your way, Jeudiel, once, but powerful enough to define the rest of my life. Once, but complete enough to rewrite every financial, emotional and spiritual narrative I've lived until now. Once ... because once is all it takes when heaven decides it's your time. And now abundance is moving in my direction. Wealth has already been set in motion. The gates that never once shifted are beginning to tremble, and everything that had once been withheld, every blessing that seemed dormant or lost in time, is now granted full permission to arrive, because the words have been spoken. Not with hesitation, not with doubt, but with unwavering precision. This invocation has already echoed in the spiritual realm, and cannot be recalled or undone. It was complete, it was intentional, and you, Jeudiel, are already acting on my behalf. I've pleaded with countless words before. I've uttered 1,000 requests with the tone of someone lacking, someone afraid, someone unsure if heaven was listening. I've whispered prayers from within scarcity and cried out from the depths of worry. But this This is different. It carries no resemblance to any of those cries. It doesn't echo like the others. This prayer is unlike anything I've ever said. It isn't a repetition, it's a key. A singular, sacred key meant for one lock, one door, one exact moment in time. And now that moment is here. If today this was given to me, if these words have found me with such force, then it means only one thing. I am ready. And you, Jeudiel, you know that better than anyone. You who never act by accident. You who only reveal yourself when the alignment is perfect. You have chosen this exact day to demonstrate to me that there truly is such a thing as divine timing, that there really is a moment that separates the life before from the life after, and this is that moment. I see you now, Archangel of Worth. I name you, even if others remain unaware of your existence. I call upon you, not with doubt or desperation, but with the certainty that something in me recognizes your essence. I feel your presence as the one who honors those who've waited in silence, who've toiled without visible reward, who kept walking when the path disappeared. And I am one of them. That's why this prayer has chosen me. That's why it works now, because I have crossed a threshold that cannot be reversed. Because there is no going back from here, and you, Jeudiel, are the keeper of the final reward. If this invocation is destined to act only once, then let it be now. Let it be with such force that every previous version of my life is completely erased. Let every locked door collapse. Let unexpected calls arrive. Let finances blossom. Let divine solutions surface. Let forgotten paths illuminate once more. And may I receive all of it not with confusion, not with fear, but with clarity, with peace, with the deep knowing that this time it is mine. Let it arrive without guilt, without the mental barriers that once held me back, without the fear that it will vanish, because what you deliver is never temporary. You don't give fleeting moments, you bestow new realities. You don't provide scraps of relief. You unveil permanent transformation, so do it, Jeudiel, do it now. Let prosperity arrive as rightful reward. Let it come multiply, abundant, honoring my silent entrance. Let my financial reality rise in stillness. Let my accounts shift without needing justification. Let my opportunities expand beyond logic. Let what once felt unreachable become my new normal. Let me breathe deeply for the first time without bracing for disappointment. Let the debts dissolve. Let the promises, once delayed, now manifest effortlessly. Make all of this unfold because today this sacred sequence reached me and I did not ignore it. I did not delay. I listened. I recognized its call. And you know, Jeudiel, I do not ask from panic. I speak from consciousness. I call upon you from the awareness that these kinds of prayers are rare. They are not to be repeated or wasted. Let this abundance arrive as the reward, as the fulfilled promise, as the silent testimony that the heavens do respond when a soul is truly ready. And if any corner of me still holds doubt, remove it. If any internal belief system still clings to unworthiness, dissolve its grip. If fear still tries to stop me from receiving fully, shatter it with your divine light, because this window will not return, and I will not miss it. This is not a moment to be sacrificed to hesitation. This is not something to revisit later. I will not stand back and wonder what if. I will not shrink into the old cycle of waiting for permission. I have already been seen. My effort has been witnessed. My heart's intention has been known. And now, you, Jeudiel, have chosen to release upon me what was reserved, what was once written in sacred space, what is only ever delivered once. And if this invocation truly works only one time in a lifetime, then let that one time be now with all its strength, with all its divine intelligence, with every hidden force it carries inside. I am not asking for a subtle shift. I am not seeking a soft sign. I am not here to settle for small progress. I am here to demand that what never moved begins to turn with divine force. I am here because what once delayed must now rush forward. I am here because what others could never understand is now about to fall on me, not gently, not slowly, but fully. Without interference, without delay, without resistance. Archangel Jeudiel, you who carry the crown of deserved victory, you who do not appear when one is still pleading, but only when it is time to claim what is rightfully theirs. Open now the sacred portal, the one that only opens once in a lifetime, the one so many never even glimpse. But I felt it stir the moment I uttered these words. I recognized it in the title that spoke directly to my soul. I knew it even before I could fully understand why. Let abundance now pour over me like endless rain. Let what seemed frozen shift in mere seconds. Let the stagnant projects bloom without logic. Let the opportunities I longed for appear without delay. Let doors swing open. Let the deals be signed. Let the funds appear in that precise amount I have visualized countless times before. Let the turns of destiny arrive not in fear, but wrapped in unexpected blessings. Do it once, but let it be worth 100 lifetimes. Do it now, because I refuse to return to the hallway of waiting. Do it with such might that my mind never again falls into doubt. Do it in your way, Jeudiel divine, unstoppable way where nothing seems changed outwardly, but everything inwardly has been transformed forever. And do not allow me to forget, do not allow me to slip back into old habits, to think or speak or act as if this prayer had not already moved the heavens. Let every thought I have confirm. It is done. Let every word I speak uphold this new reality. Let every choice I make be aligned with the life I was always meant to live. Because if this prayer truly works only once, then this is the moment. Not tomorrow, not after another lesson. Now. I choose the now. I choose certainty. I choose the kind of abundance that no longer needs to be requested because it has already arrived. Jeudiel, show me the results, not in symbols, not in quiet whispers, but in concrete reality, in real currency, in exact numbers. In doors visibly opening, in benefits that no one can deny. Show me what is already mine, and when I open my eyes each day, let me recognize that I am no longer who I once was because this prayer has transformed me. Its power was singular, its effect irreversible. And that is why I no longer ask anyone for permission to move forward. I no longer wait for approval. I felt it in my skin. I knew it in my soul. The moment came without warning, but it will not leave without leaving its mark. This prayer is like an ancient key, hidden for centuries, appearing only when someone is truly ready to open the door that no one else could. And that door, make no mistake, does not open by accident. It does not yield to panic. It does not respond to desperation. It opens for those who decide, who recognize, who know. And I know, I have found the key. I will not let it slip through my hands. Jeudiel, Archangel of justice and glory, descend now into my financial world with your divine balance. Weigh everything that has been unjust. Restore all that was taken from me, even unknowingly. Return what life has delayed. Release what belonged to me from the beginning. May your mighty hands reorder my reality. Transform all the efforts that once brought no reward into multiplied success. Let even what I believed to be impossible unfold in such a way that I cannot stop it, cannot hide it, cannot deny it. This prayer cannot be explained. It cannot be repeated. It cannot be analyzed. It can only be lived. And once it arrives, it changes everything. When it moves, it does not announce itself. It simply does what it came to do. Jeudiel, break the invisible chains that have kept me from prospering. Do it without pain. Do it without struggle. Do it with your golden fire. Inscribe my name among those who receive more than they ever imagined. Let wealth reach me as sealed destiny, as a fulfilled promise, as divine justice finally enacted. Today, everything that was stuck is being released. Today, everything that seemed blocked gains momentum. Today, papers move, payments arrive, loans are approved, amounts are multiplied. Today, what once was a closed economy becomes a flowing river that never runs dry. And I receive it not with doubt, but with certainty, not with fear, but with gratitude. Not with disbelief, but with the deep conviction that all of this was written long before I ever knew. This prayer has reached me because I was chosen. And if this was the only moment it would ever work, then it shall work with unmatched force. It will give more than I could have dreamed. Wealth will now dwell in my life not as a passing visitor, but as a permanent guest. There is no return from here, no going back to what was before. No falling again into the void, because the emptiness has already been filled. The doubts have already been dissolved. The waiting has already ended. This prayer only works once, but it does not act halfway. It does not deliver symbols. It does not arrive to offer a temporary sigh of relief. It comes to plant me firmly into a new economy, into a new consciousness, into a new frequency where money no longer slips away, no longer hides, no longer denies itself to me. Jeudiel, Archangel of divine justice, today I choose to stop wrestling with life. I release the weight of striving and the habit of explaining away what I do not have. I refuse to adapt to limitations that were never meant for me. I will no longer repeat to myself that I must settle for less, because this prayer, This sacred key that acts only once in a lifetime has already worked in me. It has unlocked the promises that were suspended. It has shattered the invisible barriers that kept my blessings at a distance. It has silenced the inner voices that whispered, "It is not possible." From this moment on, abundance is no longer a vague desire. It is a living reality. It is a river flowing freely, unstoppable, carrying every form of provision and opportunity towards me. It is a certainty that no one can steal. It is a manifestation that follows me, honors me, and confirms who I truly am. Jeudiel, seal this new chapter with your power. Do not let it fade. Do not allow delays. Do not permit this to be reversed. Make my name echo in places where contracts are being signed. Let my details be present in systems where payments are approved. Let my ideas land in the minds of people prepared to invest and believe in them. Let the work of my hands be richly rewarded, fairly recognized, and divinely expanded beyond expectation. Today I declare that financial provision flows to me in great measure, through unexpected avenues, at perfect times, and in extraordinary ways that defy ordinary logic. Today I recognize that wealth belongs to me not by greed, but by design. I was created to live in divine provision. I no longer need to chase it because it has found me first. This prayer has summoned it with flawless precision. Jeudiel, you who never forget a single act of merit, you who deliver justice with splendor, you who release rewards when no one else sees the struggle, I offer this prayer as my final and sacred act. I decree that visible abundance is now activated, that my environment is shifting, that my doors are open, my paths are clear, my accounts are filled, my mind is renewed, and my soul is no longer burdened with confusion. Today I have found what cannot be found twice. I recognized it without hesitation. I activated it without fear. I sealed it with faith. This prayer works only once, and it has worked in me. Its effect does not end here. This is the beginning of a new and permanent truth. From now on, nothing will ever return to the way it was. I no longer need to convince anyone of my worth. I do not need to justify my desires or beg for miracles. The Archangel Jeudiel knows I have found the key, and that is enough for the invisible mechanism to keep moving in my favor. But this is not the end of my story. Whenever my heart urges me, I will return to these words, not to repeat them as a habit, but to align with their energy. I will listen to other prayers that elevate me, because abundance requires a constant frequency, a rhythm of gratitude, belief, and bold faith. I walk forward now in a new reality. My life is no longer defined by scarcity, but by the certainty of divine reward. Jeudiel, your seal is upon me, and from this day onwards, the evidence of this moment will be undeniable.